And that's the
Now-
disappointing when you fuck a guy for over an hour and he just go.
Did anybody recognize you from film in the industry? They did? Okay. Okay.
Well, I just come in and you gotta do what you gotta do.
You are such an advocate. One thing is what I love is I love seeing a lot of the beautiful women that's in the industry as sex advocates.
And I would set up crystals on their body based off of their chakra. And the crystals, what they do is if they sit long enough, they begin to like permeate through the body. They begin to expand through the body and they create a grid.
I shot with John Q too. You know, John Q, you know, I was the first big girl, but he did his side, you know, his side. Yeah. But I would, and I have given my last dime to people. I've given when I should have just watched. And it's not always about giving financially. It's giving your space and your time and your energy.
So that's kind of like a 50-50 answer, what I got. That wasn't really a yes or no answer.
I think I actually would, and this is of course the therapist in me, I would be asking them, like, tell me how this is celibacy for you.
So we're first there, and
I shoot them just like I would be shooting a regular human. So you don't put the emphasis on that. So it makes it more consistent with the title of being transgender.
I have a really good friend. She lives here in Atlanta. I met her on a porn set. She wrote a book called From Porn to the Pulpit. Now, I won't say she was like this super... Yeah, she's my best friend. She's my best friend. Her name is Danielle Williams McCord. She wrote an amazing book called From Porn to the Pulpit. She's been preaching for 10 years now, but I met her on a porn set.
In any business that you find yourself in. Because definitely for me, like, you know, creating a product to push to the consumer, and for me, everything was consumer driven. If they didn't want it, I'm not gonna make it because I knew it.
Felt like if we kept our head a little below the sagebrush, that we would just be able to keep on going without any interference or anything like that. But you know, that's
like, dude, I'm sitting in like the dressing room, like just with all the 20-year-olds and 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds. I'm like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. I'm like, how old are you? I'm 23. And I'm like, dude, I'm 30.
Before I leave the house, I feel like the last look. You know, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, you know. Now, when I get out and interact with other people, it's going to be what it is.
Right, okay.
Yeah, bridging the gap. Nyomi Banks, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Mondays, testimonial Tuesdays. I've been listening for the last 2 days. Wet Willie or Wisdom Wednesdays. Either way, the conversation gon' be lengthy. It's not hearsay. This is her way. You know she'll keep you thirst trapping on a Thursday. 4 days down, I'll talk about the number 5 day. Never coy, she always keeps it freaky on Fridays. Spiritual on Saturdays with sessions in the morning. Still uplifting and inspiring you all in. Being the goddess that she is, she keeps you all in. Formed on soul searching Sundays, just call in. If you misinformed, come get the facts. Fortunate for you, she's looking to bridge the gap. Yes, she Was a porn star, but she's more than that. She's a certified specialist teaching us how to act. By the end of the show, we'll agree to disagree, but be good to each other and ourselves and keep it sexy. Yeah. Tune in every week to Ask Naomi. Bridging the Gap with Naomi Banks and Dog Pound Mike. Don't miss it. Tune in.
All right. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on sex, attitude, language, and spiritual uplifting. What is going on, my BTG crew? What's going on, Dog Pound Mike?
All good. Hot show.
Hot show. I've been this beautiful young lady. I've been wanting to interview her for quite some time. She has an amazing story. I thank her so much for wanting to share the story with us here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. If you all know, she's been a child star. She was a child star. She performed in Different World.
Okay.
Sitcom Different World, as well as she was the voice as LaShawn in Baby Kids. And then she came over to the world of the adult entertainment, and she did some really, really good things there. And you guys know who it is, Miss Aryana Starr. So right now we're just waiting for Miss Aryana Starr to come on in. She's having a little, technical difficulties. So this is what we're going to do right now. First of all, I want to thank everybody that came in. Welcome to the new folks that came over to BTG crew. I see all of you. I see some folks that's been missing for a while. Welcome back. And we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. This is your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks, here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Nyomi.
Hey there, it's Nyomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Nyomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Naomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Naomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
Hey there, my sexy people. Are you ready for an exciting new series on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast? Well, introducing Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, where I read heartfelt letters filled with love, sex, and relationship advice every Monday. If you're facing a relationship dilemma, longing for guidance, and simply curious about others' experience, this is for you. Just shoot us an email at asknaomi@gmail.com to be a part of the conversation. Join us as we bridge the gap between curiosity and clarity, uncertainty and confidence. But get ready to explore the beautiful complexities of love and relationships. So listen to Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, and let's dive into these thought-provoking letters together. Don't miss a single episode. Hey there, it's Naomi. I'm here to help you discover the power of self-love and achieve your goals with ease. Our Self-Love 30-Day Challenge offers a unique blend of self-help, guided meditation, and daily affirmations to help you love yourself more and live your best life. With prompts and a 30-day time limit, you will have the perfect opportunity to commit to a journey of self-love and self-discovery. Don't wait any longer to start your journey to self-love. Take the Self-Love 30-Day Challenge today and transform your life for the better. Sign up today at youtube.com/@Naomi'sWorld. The challenge begins the first of every month. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Oh, let me tell y'all something. So I was doing something and my phone started beeping. So let me put it down. Welcome back. I love hey to all of my BTG crew as well as Dog Pound Mike. Mike, you ready for this?
Already.
All right. So in the beginning, I was telling you about this beautiful young lady. Oh, she is just so special to me. I haven't seen her in so many years. But she has an amazing story. And if you guys have ever met her in person, her energy is just so awesome. So I want to say this beautiful young lady, not only was she a child star, but she came over into the adult industry and she wrecked shop for a little bit as she was in there. It's the beautiful and the iconic Aryana Starr.
Hey, hi everybody.
Beautiful, how are you?
I'm good, Queen. How are you?
I'm well. You look so good.
Thank you. I was about to say that for you.
You
Oh,
look so good. First, let me say this. Thank you. Thank you for coming on my platform and giving me the opportunity to ask you some really deep personal questions and just sharing your story with us over here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
You know, I've been wanting to get you for a minute.
We just never found the time and the schedule, but you know.
Right. Well, you look beautiful. You got everything going on. You're newlywed.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. So what I want you to do right now is I just want you to talk to my audience and tell them who you are. I just gave them a little bit of it, but you tell them who formerly is, Miss Aryana Starr. Yeah.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Of course, if you don't know me, I'm your girl, Aryana Starr, representing Jamaica all day, grew up in Harlem and in between LA, did some, like she said, some child star, was on a different world, and sister came up like that, ended up moving. Other than that, I probably still would be doing it. And, got into the industry and got out in time. And now I've just been enjoying life, living in Arizona, hot Arizona. So yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. All right. So you've been retired for how many years now?
Woo! Probably at least 10.
About 10. So we kind of left around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of left around the same time. Because I remember when you first retired and you left, and I remember I came to visit in New York and did a play.
Yeah.
She did a play and she did an amazing job.
Yeah.
That play. What's the name of the play again?
I honestly forgot the name of the play. It was so long ago, but I was so nervous because there's a difference between acting with the camera, even though the audience is there, just having the audience stand like it's no cut. Can you redo none of that stuff? So it was a good experience.
But you did an awesome job. You did. All right, so let me tell you how we usually do this. So we do have some fun, but we do get a little deep because my intentions is for the world to truly see us in a whole different light. You understand what I'm saying? So you be able to tell your story on who you are and not a narrative that they want to put on you because you chose to be in the adult entertainment. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like giving you a voice so people can truly see who you are and look beyond the beauty of you and just see your spirit and your soul. And as I always say, your essence of who you are. So I do ask, a couple of questions, and I want to start off with this question first. What's the most revealing thing about yourself that you learned about being in this industry, in the adult industry?
Ooh, the most revealing. Honestly, I think it was more so of just realizing how open I am to things I probably normally would have said no to. And being able to tap into that type of energy. So it was more so of just revealing I guess a different spirit at that time that I was trying to sit up here and crave for in a way of attention. And so that's what was revealing. When at the end of the day, you don't have to, help anybody or have it help anybody see how they view you, should you care, should I say. So yeah.
Okay. My next one. Throughout your journey in life, and you've been on the mainstream, you've been on the adult side, you lived your life. What can you say been the part of your journey that needed the most healing? What chapter in your life needed the most healing?
Um, how to love properly and how to receive love properly. So being in life or in the industry yourself, what you perceive to be love is not really love, and you turn into thinking that this is normal, this is a normal type of relationship. And so I was so used to getting things my way to be able to deal with somebody and accept, hey, this is me, we're going to work on this together. I had to be able to close off a part of myself, and understand myself better in order for that to happen. So,
Okay. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna give you one more question. Well, I got a lot of questions, but I just want to before I get into the question. And this is what I ask everybody, no matter if they're in the industry or not. I ask them this same question. What is the essence of Aryana?
um, God, loving God, growing in spirituality. That's the essence. I'm not sitting up here feeling sorry for myself or looking at myself in a different way because I have done things before, So at the end of the day, just growing spiritually. And that's been my essence, because other than that, I probably would have cracked a long time ago and ended up in the crazy house or something. So that's what I get from me.
Right. So for you, when you once you retired, I know I interviewed a few girls that have retired and you move on, and I always ask this question to them as well. Your transition from being on camera, and just being in the regular life. How has that transition been for you? Like, what did it look like for you once you retired? What did that look like? Like, take us on that journey of how you felt like Aryana going into regular life.
Um, it was definitely a transition. I mean, because living Ariana life, you live this life of, I can get into any club, I can sit up here and just reach out to somebody and they'll, hey, hook me up or whatever. And then trying to sit up here and it's like the world changes, your fans change, everybody else change, and they don't look at you the same way. They're looking at you as regular, like, who are you? You're no longer hot anymore. And so it was hard for me. It took years of transitioning to understand, because you end up getting a sort of entitlement in a way. And to know, like, no, you're not entitled to anything. You have to start from scratch, basically, and learning yourself. So it was a hard transition. And it took, honestly, working at a job. I worked with young girls who were getting out of the sex working industry. So that helps me look at myself through their eyes, without knowing anything about, my past or anything like that. But it's just trying to sit up here and instill in them good things or tell them good things about themselves. So I had a 2-year cleansing of myself to be cut off from everything, everyone, abstain from sex, everything. I had to just start over. And once I start over, it got to the point like, I don't even go out no more anyway. I don't even know why I'm, you start looking at things a little bit different. Like, no, I'm cool. It doesn't even matter anymore. So it was a long, long transition from that. We're talking 10 years of being retired, at least 5 years of still traveling, living off the name,
Right.
And still trying to do things. And after that is realizing, okay, now people are like, okay, well, it's been 5 years, we're going to put out something new. And you're like, no, I'm retired. It's done. And so people fall off, and hey, you see people for who they are, and that's been my journey so far.
Now with you, like I saw you on your Instagram, you kind of change it. You changes it up your name at times,
Mhm.
And I'm like, is she going through a little phase here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I saw the last one where you put formerly your fantasy, and then,
Mhm.
then you put your stage name, back
Mhm.
up. And I know it's like you're on like that you're on that line and you like you play double dutch and you like
Yeah.
okay I saw that, with
Yeah.
you. And I know, I think it started to change a little bit. And if you don't mind, I remember when you announced that your father had passed away.
Mhm.
I want to ask you for that. What was because we talked about mourning a lot on this show about the healing of mourning and stuff like that. But for you, what have been your mourning process or your healing process with that?
Hmm. You can never prepare for that ever, especially when it comes to parents. And it's still a daily struggle. I still deal with it. So I can't say that I'm totally healed, from it, but I take it day by day, and it put me in the mindset of, I was in a depression for a while. So I thought I knew who I was, you don't really know who you are until you lost someone close to you. Now I'm a daddy's girl. So that hit me totally different. And it was during the pandemic. And so I couldn't see, his body. I couldn't go say my goodbyes. I just visited his grave site literally probably like this August,
Okay.
and it's been a while, but it changed me a lot to where I'm just like, okay, maybe I should just the name change. I'm gonna just go like this. You just gonna get me, like this. Then it's like people still hitting me up as Aryana. So I'm like, I need to embrace who I am. Don't run from it. And at the end of the day, still capitalize off of it, which has had me sit up here and start doing the YouTubes and the because I came up in a church background, so you have a lot of judgmental people that's like, okay, if I use this, then you must be doing this. I'm like, it's not like that. So it's been back and forth to me to where I'm just been like, F it. Just F it. I'm gonna capitalize off because I can't run from it. It's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just figured this is something I'll just use. So therefore, formerly a fantasy. I used to be a fantasy to a lot of people, and now this is me. And I'm just gonna roll with it. The only person I have to explain anything to is to my mother, and she's too old to understand it anyway, so it don't matter. It is. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go before the adult industry. Let's tap
Mhm.
a little bit into your childhood. That for you, how was well, can you tell us about the journey from your childhood star? I want to go there first.
Mhm.
And I want you to take me to how you ended up in the adult arena because you were on, one of the hottest shows back in the day,
Yeah.
with Different World. And then one of the most iconic cartoons, movies that was out. That's one of my favorites. Um,
Mhm.
um, Baby
Baby kids.
Baby Kids. So how did you get into that? Like what happened? How did you, stumble on or become that part of your life first?
Well, first I want to say, especially when they think people are in the industry, they come from a broken home. I didn't come from a broken home. My parents been married for 40 years. I went to a Christian school. It's a whole, so my mom pushed me to do stuff. We talking dancing, acting, and at the time living in LA, she didn't want, even though we lived in the hood, she made sure I didn't go to school in the hood, didn't make sure I socialized around anyone in the hood. She was like always wanted to do something better for me. And I always told her I wanted to be a ballerina. That didn't turn out. So she put me into acting. And I sat up here, went on so many auditions. A lot of people don't know it was down to, what was it, Moesha? It was down to me and Brandy for
Mhm.
that show. And of course, she got it with being Brandy. And so when I did Bebe's Kids, it was down to me and someone else. And that's how you kind of like push through your fears, because I had to speak in front of a room of 50 people and do an audition. And so shout out to my agent at the time and my manager. They kept pushing me to do stuff. And when I got told, you got the position, I didn't realize it would be as big as it is because I was 12.
Yeah.
So you don't know. I'm like, man, I get a chance to meet Tone Loc, and at the time, Immature was big so we got a chance to do that, and I just kept going and kept going, and it got to the point to where my dad's job had to leave, so off everything for me and acting stopped.
Oh.
And yeah, I moved from LA around I was 16 years old, and we ended up going to Reno, predominantly all white people, and it was a culture shock for me. So from that, I completely went. I'm not gonna say downhill. I just altered, and I ended up becoming a dancer. And they always say when you become a dancer, it opens up to other things, and so I ended up in Vegas, met someone. I think my first person I met was DeVoe. I think that was the first. Yeah, I think the first person I met was DeVoe. And yeah, that that's
Wow.
it. Yeah, and then I forgot his name, but somebody else, and then those two. That's how I came on to work with West Coast Productions with Terry, and everything from there was, his. At the end of the day, I used to watch porn, and I used to sit up here and be like, "Oh, you can tell them girls is faking." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Oh, I could do better." My mindset at the time of going through a lot, because I didn't get into porn until I was 28. So a lot of people think I got into it early. I didn't get into 28 years old. So by that time, I had went through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And it changes you to be, for me anyway, to be numb, to not have no feelings towards anybody. And I wanted to make money. And so that's how I got into the industry. And then luckily between that time I met you and Prince, and I got scooped up on how to maneuver, because I think I would have got lost like some of these girls do in the beginning as well too. So yeah, it's been a
So let
journey.
me ask you this: you coming in now?
Mhm.
The thing is, you had a little weight to you, meaning that you had a little name for you. You had, you've been in some things. For
Mhm.
you, did you think about using that as your marketing strategy, or
Mhm.
was that something that just happened? Like somebody said, "Oh, wait a minute, that look like the same girl on here," or was that a part of your? Did you make it a part of your marketing branding strategy?
Once I told somebody that I did Bebe's Kids, from there it just skyrocketed. Then I started to use that as a marketing, because nobody really knew who I was until I said it, till I had an interview and I said that. And so from there it just, I said I might as well use it, because then that it blew way out of proportion as child star turns into porn star. I'm like, whoa, I didn't really think it would be that serious, but from there I just used it. Yeah.
Right. Because it was another young lady, the young lady from Family Matters.
Yeah, I heard
You know,
about that.
yeah, that she kind of did the same thing,
Mhm.
but she left. Like the quickest she was in, the
Yeah.
quickest that she was out. You were in there for a few years. You was
Yeah.
in there for a minute, and you actually came out with a nomination, for
Yeah.
best new starlet, which was really cool because you didn't see a lot of women of color that was nominated for awards
Yeah.
like that. With that. So I know when I met you, I was like, okay, I got to have her in a few of my stuff.
Yeah.
So let's have a little fun. So a lot of people want to know, how did Face Off come to, like, how did we
Mhm.
come to Face Off? So let me
Mhm.
tell you what I did. So I had hired her to do Naomi's Diary, the lesbian
Mhm.
edition. And we was on set and we was talking, and we was just talking Kiki, and I was like, oh, okay, like she like really tall, chocolate like me. I'm like, oh, okay, this somebody I can rock with, right? So I had called her up one day. I said, what you doing? I said, let me take you to lunch. Remember, we went to Benihana. And she was like, huh? I said, I want to talk some business to you. I want, talk to you, whatever. And I said, we should do a movie together. I said, you the new chocolate on the scene. I said,
Mhm.
I'm older, I've been in it for a minute. I said, let's do something like that, face off, And actually, we didn't even think of a name at first. We were just going back and forth, just, talking about things. And then we kind of like we locked it in, and then from then on we like did the photo shoot. That photo shoot was fun. Rick did the photo shoot. That shit was the fun. It was just fun, and
Yeah.
just even recording it. And this is the thing I was gonna do. I had Mike, Dog Pound Mike. I had him cut some stuff. So, but it just didn't look right to me. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna put it on. So in the beginning,
Yeah.
my truck and your car meet up, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And you was like, you think you better than me? And I was like, "See, that's self-explanatory."
Yeah, that was fun.
But
Oh,
it was so fun because we had a lot of great talent in there. The guys that was in there,
yeah.
they did their thing. For you, I know that's something that you have wanted to do. Kind of transit in becoming a director. Um,
Mhm.
my question is, do you think you left the industry too soon?
Um, yes and no. Yes, because of the fact that it feels like I got out when I was still hot. And I still should have pushed the envelope in certain things. Um, but no, because of the high profile relationship I was in, and because me and that person didn't speak anymore, I got blackballed from a lot of things.
Mm.
So at that point, it was more like, okay, I'm done. Y'all can have it. So yeah, yeah.
Mm. Wow,
Hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
A lot of people didn't.
And we talked often. You never told me that one.
Yeah, because you know why? Because a lot of people turned their and I'm not saying you would have, but a lot of people had turned their back on me because of that situation. And so you just kind of close off, and like I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying, bring light to it. And
Right,
so I just got out and don't even want to feel like I'm giving someone that energy to talk about them.
right,
So
right.
that's why.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
um, because even through the breakup and everything, I mean, because I love you both.
Hmm.
I love you both, and you stay out of people relationships and things of
Yeah.
that. Just hope that in the process that you guys break up, that you guys heal. And that's my always have been my prayer for we've talked. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I am so happy to see you where you are now.
Yeah.
And when I say it's an amazing experience, you really need to write a book.
I got told that too. I think I'm
Yeah.
lagging with that.
And even, and I heard you say that, now you are embracing
Hmm.
um, the Ariana and the formerly of fantasy, because it's not your whole story, but it is a part of your story.
Yep.
And first that you was even in working with women that were
Hmm.
sex trafficking and all that other stuff. But so if somebody hear your story,
Hmm.
um you can be able to help them. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I say to a lot of people, that a lot of the women that come on here, is that you are not who people say that you are. You are who you make yourself to be, who you become, who you always been. You understand what I'm saying? And see, and this. The one thing is that, and when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself too.
Hmm.
In this life, when we transition to another chapter, when we turn another chapter,
Hmm.
we have to understand that last chapter that we put a stamp on it. And so it's hard for people to see us any other way.
Yeah.
But then you have to realize those are not the people that you are supposed to be talking to. Those are
Mhm.
not the people that need to hear your voice. Those are not the people who speak your language. And
Mhm.
trust and believe that there are people out there that are waiting to hear from you your language. You understand what I'm saying? From that. So you get the trolls. I get the trolls all the time. I block
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
I you
Yeah.
know, yeah, sometimes I be wanting to go south side Chicago and I pull it back. I said
Yeah.
no, because well, I was a porn star. This is what I did. I did have in my mouth. All of these. It is. They not lying, but that was
Mhm.
a part of my life. Period. That is not my full life. And if you don't want to listen to it or see what the difference is, then that's so be it. Because you
Mhm.
have a purpose in life. I have a purpose in life.
Mhm.
And don't ever allow anybody to make you feel that you less than. Period. And what
Absolutely.
I love is that you shared that you were married, that you were getting married.
Mhm.
I love that whole thing. I wish somebody would have been there so they can record it. Y'all could have did a whole reality show so you can say, "See, I told you, porn stars need love too. I
Yep.
told you, porn stars can do it." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like and I love that you have been open with it. So what I'm telling you is to keep pushing that narrative so you can give hope to all of those other people, not just porn stars, but sex
Mhm.
workers, period. Because some people that has been damaged in a way
Yeah.
that they feel that they're not worthy of
Yeah.
love from anybody. And just hearing your story, you're one of the many stories, but you out there with it of a woman of color doing
Mhm.
it. You understand what I'm saying? And so make sure your voice is loud so they can hear you. You hear me though. You
I
hear me.
do. I hear you.
Yeah. You hear me though. Yeah. All right, so let's go. All right, so Aryana Starr, where did that name come from?
Honestly, it was so made up. I didn't, you know what? I kind of regretted it because I should have put more thought into it. But because I didn't know coming into the business, literally everybody last name was Star. To me. So I knew I loved the name Ariana. I don't know where that came from. It just sounds, I said if I ever have any girl children, I love just the name Ariana. You could say Ariana, Ariana, and there's different ways people spell it, So that alone. And then someone else ended up saying, why don't you just be a star? I'm like, huh, okay. They didn't tell me it was 20 million of her, but yeah. I still would have kept Ariana, but the last name I definitely would have changed. So that's how I came up with that. And after it's been printed on the box, can't change it from there. So yeah.
Right. All right, so for you,
Hmm.
how did your experience as a child star shape your career choices and influence your decision you made as an adult actress? So,
Hmm.
having an experience as a child star, how has that experience helped you to mold your adult industry career?
Um, I think because you're not scared to be in front of people.
Hmm.
And when you, as a child star, have to be able to sit in rooms of people and give monologues and express yourself and turn on the acting, it's kind of like transitioning with that coming into, the industry. And
Hmm.
so, you have to be able to act. There's acting, no matter if it's the pizza man at the door or whatever the case may be. A lot of times there was acting. Even you get into those roles who are actually doing movies,
Hmm.
to be able to do acting. So that helped a lot, and to be comfortable with, someone shooting, the director, the cleanup crew, whatever is like 2, 3, 4, 5 other people there, so you could be comfortable. A lot of girls don't know when you get into the industry, you don't have to have 20 people staring at you. You can kick everybody out, but they don't tell you that, coming into it. So and I think that was where my comfortability came in at, because I was already used to speaking in front of a lot of people, so I didn't mind that. And then when I danced too, so that played a part in it as well.
So your mindset going into that very first scene.
Whew.
What was your mindset going into that very first scene?
Get drunk as I can.
Mm.
Just being honest, to get drunk as I can. And the fact of sitting up here, my first scene being with Rico, and yeah, no full warning of 13 inches at all. That, you know, the moment of seeing that, I had to get really drunk. And, you know, of course, at the time, Terry, here, go ahead, drink it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was a lot to be able to get through. I don't even think I looked at the camera at all the first time. You know, so it was kind of like just getting that out the way, and then afterwards, you know, I was all right with it because you don't know what goes on, you know. So,
Right.
yeah.
What can you say was your most memorable scene?
Oh man. For me, honestly, I believe it was me, you, and Lex. Because the caliber that I saw you in Lexington on at the time with me meant a lot coming in as a newbie. So it's like I'm having two. Now I've worked with you before, I've worked with Lex before, but you don't have that. There's a lot of people that don't have that. Oh my God, Nyomi Banks and Lexington still. So for me, that was memorable to me because it was effortless. We've already been together and we had fun. There was like nothing behind it, you know. So that for me was more memorable.
Well, thank you. That was a great.
Oh.
That's a great scene. All right.
Yeah.
So, can we talk about Hubby Boo for a
Of
second?
course, of
All
course.
right. So for you, how did y'all meet?
He's my first love. We met when we was 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we met 19, so he knows me. And that was one of the reasons why we even reconnected. And we was together for like almost 2 years, and I was 19. It ended badly. And we came back together when he was going through a past situation. And I just came back into his life as just a friend because he used to get on my nerves. He'll tell that to anybody. Anytime he came up to me, I'd be like, I can't stand you. I don't want you around me. But he just kept, you know, he knew it annoyed me, but it was like he just kept going because he knew he could make me laugh.
Right.
So when we reconnected, he was in a dark space. And I came in as just a friend. I didn't talk mess. I didn't say nothing to him as just a friend. And it just developed. Neither one of us was looking for that, you know, at all. Like I showed up at his house the first time we reconnected in a onesie. You know, usually you around someone, you want to get made up a little bit. You might look cute. I did not care at all, you know, coming around him. And so as we reconnected, it just became like, what is going on right now? Because now we're sitting up here finishing each other's sentences. If I do something, you know what happens. It blended in so well to where I swear, like he just came around the corner one day and I looked at him in a different light. Like, oh shit, he's actually fine. That's what I said. Because I wasn't looking like that. It's like something just went off, and then we've been inseparable ever since, and we still do it. It's like after everything I went through, he was safe, you know. And that's what I appreciated. He knew me. I didn't have to wear makeup around him. I didn't have to be a facade. I could just be me. No matter if I was farting in bed or whatever the case may be, he never held no type of standard to me. And being in that industry is always someone who feels like, you know, you date someone, it's like they always assume you have to be something else. You know, you have to always be made up. You have to always look a certain way. And with him, I didn't have that. So he was my safe space. And that's why we ended up together. Like, I can be vulnerable. And for people who know me, I don't show emotion based off of, you know, and with him, I'm showing all type of emotion. I'm like, what is going on right now? I don't understand. And, you know, we've been together for like 3 years, been married 1, and it doesn't feel like, it feels like we've been together for 20 years because it just came back. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Congratulations. Okay, so now y'all got this new podcast. What is it? If
you don't knock it off.
if you don't knock it off. Okay, so tell us what that's about.
So my husband's a comedian, you know, so he does shows, do all that or whatever. And at first I had it once again as a Joey and Nam, you know, YouTube. But again, I have to capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I switched the name. But it was more so of just realism, us talking about our relationship. Most people always assume being in the industry, you can't find love. You know, so we just talk about it, and we have a, you know, he has humor with it. So it's just us being us, because everybody always see our dynamic, no, you know, just from like little clips and stuff. And so everyone was like, why don't y'all do something? Because y'all are hilarious. And it really just be like, you know, like he really gets on my nerves sometimes, but it's funny. So we use it. And that's basically just being us, you know, and talking about real reviews. And we did the YouTube to where, you know, doing some TikTok trends and stuff like that. And the man has over 13,000 TikTok fans, which I don't understand how that is, but you know, we just
you be on that TikTok too. You be doing it, girl.
I do, but you know, I don't have as many friends as he do. But you know, I enjoyed it. That's how I enhance my acting skills. Some of that stuff be funny, but I just believe you have to laugh. I'm just in a point in my life of just laughing and just, you know, being peaceful. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: does he use any
Mhm.
of you all thing for material? Like, do he say, "But
Oh
you know,
yeah.
I come home to a porn star every day"?
Mhm. Well, not to that extent, because he's very he don't like nobody in his business like that. And
Okay.
so it's more so of me taking to events, like taking him to Hito, or I just took him to the award show, and he was like a deer in headlights. So I love it because he, you know, he's the type of man works a 9 to 5 job. He looks at us on screen. So to be able to see that, you know, in person, he was like, whoa. So yeah, but as far as anything like that, no, he would never put that in his set because he don't like people to know us like that or have anybody lusting after me in that way. And so yeah, he don't talk about that.
So, what has been the biggest misconception of you, of Aryana Starr?
Um, I guess people consider, because I say that I am a spiritual, I believe in God, and yet I still like to be sexy, that's not possible. So they just believe I'm still in the industry, and you don't know what you want to do. You might as well join back in this and this. And I'm just like, no, I'm not in the industry. I'm gonna still sit up here and be in some lingerie, and I'm still going to preach, you know, not even preach, but say I'm thankful for God being in my life. I'm not going to sit up here and do what you think that I should be doing just because. So that's been a real misconception of people who come on my pictures. Oh, I thought you changed. I thought you did this. And I don't even have the energy. I just block them. I don't even respond. None of that. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that was like I just got off for OnlyFans earlier this year. Like I was on
Mhm.
there. I just got off earlier this year. Because I do. I mean, that's one thing that I talk about. I talk about spirituality and sexuality
Mhm.
because those are a part of your core of who you are. You know,
Mhm.
and But I remember having this incident that it was confusing to a lot of people. And so I said, let me get back on this. Let me speak the truth of me. But I wasn't even enjoying OnlyFans anymore because
Yeah.
no longer it felt like no longer a purpose for
Yep.
me. And I remember seeing you. You was like one time you was like, okay, I'm gone, I'm off. And then you were like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm back. And then you came back on. For you, what did that look like for you? Explain what was that you were going through at that time.
I think at the time OnlyFans had a purpose. So because we was in that pandemic, a lot of people ended up making money for that. And it ended up helping a lot, especially when job wise, it was just like, what is going on right now? Unless you found something that was remote. And then once I had made the video of like, I'm done with it, I was over it. It was like pointless to it. The money wasn't the same. I'm seeing girls, saying, oh, I just made $1 million and this and this. Like, I'm not even having fun shooting it anymore, because I know this is not real. This is not whatever. And so I just did it. And I even tried to restart it recently. And I think I stayed on for 3 days and then deleted it. I'm like, because that's something that we always like used to. I think it's a constant fight and trying to sit in here and come up with some type of extra money, and you go back to comfortability and what you know what I'm saying? And so I tried that, but it's like, it's not working for me. I'm not happy with it. So why even deal with it? So, yeah.
Right. All right. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to take a break, but I want to open up the phone lines and, get some folks on here that, that ask you some questions. And they know, BTG, y'all know y'all come on here. Y'all ask some sexy questions. Don't embarrass me. Don't do that, y'all. Even the new folks that's coming in here, don't do that to us. All right, here's the phone number, guys. It's 1-626-605-2756. That's 626-605. That's Ask Nyomi. I'm here with the beautiful and talented Miss Aryana Starr, and she is ready to answer some questions. Remember, y'all, we always keep it sexy over here. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, all right? You ready, dog? Call my mic? Good. All right, we'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Nyomi.
Hey there, it's Nyomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Nyomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Nyomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Nyomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
Hey there, my sexy people. Are you ready for an exciting new series on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast? Well, introducing Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, where I read heartfelt letters filled with love, sex, and relationship advice every Monday. If you're facing a relationship dilemma, longing for guidance, and simply curious about others' experience, this is for you. Just shoot us an email at asknaomi@gmail.com to be a part of the conversation. Join us as we bridge the gap between curiosity and clarity, uncertainty and confidence. But get ready to explore the beautiful complexities of love and relationships. So listen to Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, and let's dive into these thought-provoking letters together. Don't miss a single episode.
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, the Goddess Nami Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. And I'm here with the beautiful Aryana Starr. Hey, baby.
Hey, queen. Hey, everybody.
I am so happy to see you. I am. We definitely have to. We do.
We have to.
We do.
Yeah.
We really do.
I need that essence.
I really do. Really. All right, y'all. The phone lines are open. He just put the link up there for you guys to with streaming. All right, let's go. Let's go to the first one, dog. Let's do it. All right. Ask Naomi. Hey.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's happening? How y'all doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Who this?
I'm doing all right. Rock up.
Oh, hey, Rock. What's going on, baby?
Ain't nothing much. I wanted to call it. Ask, two things for the two beautiful ladies.
Okay.
For Ari, I want to know who your favorite rapper.
Who's my favorite rapper? Man, that's a hard one. I would say Busta. I love Busta Rhymes.
Who?
Busta Rhymes. Lyrically, yeah, love Busta. Yeah.
Oh, you quiet on that
That's
one.
a different answer. No, that's different. I don't hear too many people say their favorite rapper is Busta, so that's a good answer. And he's a good rapper. I have seen him perform this year too.
Yeah.
All right, now my second one. I'm glad I got like two adult actors on this one because I had seen something last week. I don't know if you could familiar with the website Cam Soda, but I was watching one and she was performing, and like when she was performing, it's like she was degrading like the race, like the black race. Like, excuse my French, I'm not sure if I'm not allowed to say this, but she was like, "F this," like she was saying. I don't really want to repeat what she was saying. She was like, "F this nigger pussy," and it's like people get off on that. And I wanted to know, like Naomi, like and, Ivory, like, did y'all ever go through that where you felt like you had like a scene or something that was degrading the race, and how would you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about stuff like that?
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Sure.
You go first. You a guest. You go first.
You know what? I've actually shot something like that and didn't realize it. Back then, a lot of times when we shot a lot of movies, we was never told the title. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Still there, Rock?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm here. I can't hear her. I can hear you and Naomi. I can't hear Aryana.
Oh, I don't know.
We can hear her very well over here. What's going on with over there? Can you hear her now?
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me? So you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that I have shot something like that. I at the time was just in a dark place when it happened. I've never used no outlandish words like that. So I mean, I don't sit up here and consider that's just downgrading to a whole different level. But I think people have to be in a dark space in their head to be able to do something like that. And what y'all don't know is a lot of times people who request things like that are the same skin color as us. Is not what you believe is white men asking for those requests. I've actually seen black men ask for that, which is sad a lot of times because black men wanted us to be degraded. So that's what I've seen on my end, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow.
Sad.
Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you mine on the flip side. For me, it was in my dominatrix work, in that being a tall black woman, kind of voluptuous, tall, so for me, that was more of a black woman standing over a white boy,
Mm-hmm.
in that of a degrading. I remember doing a scene like that on the dominatrix side of that, and I remember saying a few words. It was I said the opie. I said that, but then once I retired, and I was like, okay, But then I had gotten a request for a personal video, and they had wanted me to, like, I was going into the KKK or whatever. We went in and snatched this white boy. This was the scenario that he gave me to bring it in, and I was supposed to degrade him and say how powerful of a black goddess that I am, or a woman that I am. And what I end up doing is I end up flipping it and telling him that no, we're not about to do that. And through the personal thing, that's why I was like, no, we don't do that race, thing here, anymore. And I guess when I first was hired for it, you really don't think. And what I can say, I was not thinking. I was a 30-something-year-old woman doing this, but I was not thinking. What I thought is this is a role that you are playing, and you're going with that. But then when you start like race baiting, and what got me is when I was seeing a lot of the young ladies doing a lot of those kind of blow bangs with the guys with the Confederate flags and stuff like that. I'm like, what the heck? And that for me then, like I never did any of that, but just watching, just seeing, and it wasn't even I watched the video. It was just seeing the promotion of the pictures of it, kind of like, okay, that's not cool. So if that's not cool for them, then that's not cool for me to degrade, white men. And I mean, I get it. They love for me to humiliate them in that way. Uh, but no, that ain't. I'm past that. So yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like when I saw that, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. I didn't know what was more crazy, like the fact that she was actually doing it, or the fact that she's doing it. That means somebody getting their rocks off of that. It's
Oh
like, how you
yeah,
get your rocks
that's a
off
big
of
one. That's a big one. That's a big thing. It really is. It's a big thing.
that?
Yeah,
It really is.
Wow, that's different.
yeah.
That's crazy. But I appreciate y'all opinions on things, and I'm gonna let y'all get to it. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you too, Rock.
Ah,
Thank you. All right,
All
guys,
right.
it's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. That was a good question.
yeah.
It was a good one. All right, we got another caller. Hey, caller, Ask Naomi.
Hey, this is Sissy Boy Slut. How's it going?
Well, hey, sissy boy.
I like that name.
Yeah, so I was just calling, just wanted to say, yeah, I'm real big fan of Miss Ariana and of course Goddess Naomi, and yeah, I really like your Instagram page and kind of how you've been sharing your journey there, and but um, my question is, so you did a lot of like femdom scenes, like Mean Bitches, Deviant David, Glen King, those type of scenes. And I was curious, if that was comfortable for you, uncomfortable, if you enjoyed it or you didn't like it, or what your thoughts were on that.
The first time I was going to do it, it was a little uncomfortable, but it opens up something when you become empowered. And so to be able to sit up here, oh, you're going to do whatever it is that I say, and you're worshiping me, I got empowered by that. So I really started to really enjoy it. And it was kind of like, what Naomi said, kind of flipping it. So you've been sitting up here taking it for so long with so many people degrading, especially dark skinned women in the business. Oh, I'm going to sit up here and flip this and then be able to degrade, this individual. So I enjoyed it and they wanted it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, cool. And is that something you would do in your personal life or not really?
No, my husband's not falling for that, but yeah, that's not happening personal.
All right, sissy boy slut. Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. And I just love your whole vibe. Talk to y'all later.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, these calls are coming in. You hot, baby. You hot. Let's go to the next one. Hey, ask Naomi. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. What's your name?
Oh, this is Roland D.
Who? Say that again.
Roland D.
Roland D. I don't know.
Roland D.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roland D.
Roland D.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a question?
I'm pretty sure you read some of my comments on YouTube.
Oh, BRAWLYN, something like that.
No, it's BROLYNN and DEE.
Okay, there you go. Yep. You got a question, baby? Thank you. You got a question?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just wanted to let you know that I am such a big fan of you, Naomi, and this is my first time calling you, and I've been trying to do that ever since. Though, even though I never get a chance because now these days I work night shift and I only like get at least like 15-minute break on it, and I just listen to your show for like 15 minutes, and then I have to go back to work, and it's pretty tough and all in all. And I just want to let you know that I'm just I'm calling from Colorado, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm such a big fan of you again. And of course, I met you like back in 2018 that you were in Denver for the Exotica.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you remember me though too, and yeah, no, you may see the picture on my post there though too.
Okay, I have to look at it, but I see a lot of people back then, a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, being a celebrity is hard, and it's hard to keep up with everybody because like everybody around the world loves you. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, but I appreciate the love.
Oh yeah, and you're welcome. And and I wanted to also say that I am such a big fan for Aryana Starr though too, and you're a very gorgeous lady, and I love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I remember seeing one of your videos on YouTube, even though people weren't supposed to be posting them on YouTube, but they were pirating though. So I just took a quick peek of it though too.
Oh wow. Good to know.
Yeah. But that was like back in like decades ago when I first saw you. Yeah. Okay. And I just gotta say, like, I enjoyed that one video that you made with Amy Scott.
Yeah. Love her too. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, she was pretty hot though too. I was like such a big fan of both of you at the time. So and anyway, I do have a question for you. When before you became a different person, like how did it make you feel when before like you were that person when you were a porn star and you became a different person? Like how did that make you feel? How did like that make you feel the difference between both?
I mean, when you're transitioning to doing both, there's no way to do both. Because if you're in the industry, you have to become numb. You're a different person. Transitioning into the person I am now is, I'm just in that right headspace for it. So, I mean, it's not like something that happened overnight. It took it took some years to get to that point. So the transition may look like it to y'all, but it took some years.
Okay. Well, all right. So, I just thought I'd call to ask you that though. Even though it's like I'm so proud of how you became the different person though too. Like you look so peaceful and so beautiful and still sexy, and especially you, Naomi. Like you're still the same person, and you will always be my favorite no matter what.
Oh, thank you. But she looks so peaceful and just so she do. Thank you, she does. She
Thank you.
So
yeah,
happy.
she really does.
Yeah, you really do. You really
do. And I'm really proud of her though too, and that's good.
That's good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And thank you for taking your break off of work and coming.
Right?
I love that.
That's total love for you, ladies. I love you both. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Good one.
All right, you too, Naomi.
All right, guys. It's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here. The lines are open. Give us a call at 626-605-2756. That's 626-605. Ask Naomi. We have the beautiful Aryana Starr. I believe Dog Pound Mike also put up the link for streaming too. You know, I have my folks overseas as well. Hey to all of you guys over there, out
No,
there. Yeah, hello. Did I hear something? I thought I heard somebody still talking. You sure about that? You positive?
We on now.
Okay.
Caller.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hey,
Hello there, Naomi.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing tonight?
We're doing good. How about yourself? You got a question for Aryana?
First, welcome Aryana Starr from to Naomi's world. Good to have you on the show. From Naomi's listener, Joseph Tanner from Orlando, Florida, who, of course, put you at number 4 at my top 100 black women porn stars of all time.
Yeah.
I hope it's all right with you, because, yes, I am a white Caucasian man, but I am not with no fucking racist hate group. I spit on them. And if any of them call me the white N-word, seeing me with either of you ladies, my response to them would be what India Morel used to say on her Dollhouse radio show, and one attorney, Bill Baxley, would say, which is, kiss my ass.
All right.
I tell you, boy, you know you be coming in here with them. You be coming in here with
it. Oh man,
I love beautiful black women, and like you said,
yes, he does.
Naomi, I love the chocolate.
Yes, he does. He loves the chocolate. He is addicted to the chocolate.
Also, forgive me, Aryana, for not knowing you were on a different world. I would have, if I had known, I would have watched it. I tried to watch it, even when Jasmine Guy and the actress from the Cosby Show were on it. Unfortunately, never. The only problem I have, I'm sure if any of you ever watched any program, you have this problem. It's the damn commercials that interfere.
Yeah.
Even though they have to pay with commercials, but it ruins the joy of watching a show like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. My producer telling me because we got a lot more callers, Joe. But I appreciate you for
No problem.
calling in, baby.
Bye, Joe.
You all have a good night.
You too. All right, guys, it's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, and we are here with the beautiful Miss Aryana Starr, and she just looks so beautiful, girl. You got to show me how to do. I cannot do that. No, I'll be trying, and I guess now that since my locks grew out totally now, it's it's hard to kind of put them up, but. My sister, she has locks too now, and she's able to. And I'm like, how are y'all doing that? Like, it looks so.
My mother-in-law had locks she had locks all the way down the head, and she would put it up. So yeah.
Wow, like it looks amazing. It does. You look so happy right now. And I do have a question. What does your happy now look like?
Honestly, my happy is peaceful to not try to be more or do anything more than what I want to be able to do. When you stop realizing things of trying to appease other people, I think I just became peaceful with that. and they just turned me into something totally different because we're so used to somebody else's judgment, what they're gonna look at me at, this. And I just got to the point like, F it. I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do me. And once I embrace that, and then once you pass 40, whew, like everything is just kind of turned around and you just like, man, I'm happy. Because can't nobody make you happy. You
Right.
have to be
You have to
happy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's take another call.
Okay.
All right. Hey, caller, X
Hello.
Naomi.
Yes, hello, Naomi and Aryana. So this is Reggie.
Hey,
Hi,
Reg.
Reggie.
What's going on?
I'm doing awesome. I don't know if Aryana Starr remember me, but I remember many years ago. I think this was on Twitter or whatever. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I bought a magazine that had her on the cover, and I mentioned it, and she was like, "Send it to me," and I sent it to her, and she was so amazing. I think she was actually in like it was like a Jamaican colored outfit. It was like a
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
I
she
remember
left
that.
in it, and she was looking amazing in it.
Oh, thank you.
So hopefully you got the magazine. I think you said you did, and
Yeah.
I just remember you from the Naomi's Diary. They got
Yeah.
an autograph copy that I purchased from Naomi, and believe me, that scene between you, lovely lady, is still incredible. Like there's definitely some pure chemistry there. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I enjoyed it.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
I
was
can
fun.
definitely tell.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
for
was
sure.
fun.
And I'm so happy for you, Aryana. I still follow you on Instagram. I'm happy with your transition. I'm glad that you're married now and doing well. And my
Thank
question is, since you have, I guess, a YouTube,
you.
when do you post on there? Because I definitely want to follow and support.
Um, I've gotten into this. Y'all gotta bear with me because I'm kind of new in coming to all this, and so due to the fact that I edit and do everything myself, it takes time, and so I don't drop every week. So honestly, it's like every other week I try to do something, no matter if it's just you guys see me trying on outfits or just being silly. So I at least try to do every other week. So you can make sure you go to it. It's Aryana and YouTube. Go check us out. Leave comments, views, subscribe.
And with your podcast, y'all come out with an episode every week?
Oh no. I
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely support it. Yeah, that's
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I didn't realize that your husband was a comedian, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And
Thank
I actually
you.
do kind of remember I just do remember you from the Different World because I watched Different World from start to finish. So
Aw.
commercials didn't bother me at all because it was one of the positive shows that were on TV in the 90s.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I also remember Baby's kids laughing at that cartoon and watching it and didn't even realize that was you. That's just amazing. Yeah, so you've kind of been in my life in a roundabout way, either on Different World or like you said, Sister and Baby's Kids, and as well as in the adult industry. So that's
Nice.
so versatility, and you're still showing that. And I wish you continued success, Aryana.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Talking
you're
about y'all
welcome.
doing so
You're
good.
welcome.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you, Reggie.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna be a fan, and I'm always gonna root for you. You know, you're doing awesome work. So yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I
Yeah.
really do.
Thank you. Have a good one,
And
Reg.
always I had to show support to you, Naomi, of course.
I thank
I
you,
have to do
Reg.
that.
I
I had to
know
show
it.
it.
Sure.
Day
That's
one.
Queen Mother right there.
Thank you so much, Reg.
All
You know,
right, good ladies. All right, you have a good night. All right, bye.
Bye.
you know, I want to just shout out to my BTG crew, really. Thank you, Ron C, baby. Seriously, because you guys are coming in here, you being very respectful. I thank you for it.
Mhm.
Comments. Thank you. I truly appreciate y'all showing our guests love over in here.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like really. We got some more calls.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, ask Naomi.
Hello?
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 Yes.
Can you hear me? It's JJ.
Well, hey, JJ.
Now, already, first of all, I was not able to get through last week, so I owe you a happy belated birthday.
Oh, well, thank you.
And then also, yeah. So, and then also, I want to say I'm so proud of your success with the podcast. I know you got nominated for best adult podcast at Urban Next this year, so
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with you for that, to see that.
Oh, thank
So
you.
congrats on that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I haven't been on in a while. Been kind of
No, you
busy, but
haven't.
I
No,
always want to call in. I want to call in and support as much as I can.
no, but I
So
appreciate
my
it.
question is, of course, all day. So my question is for Miss Aryana Starr. Which one was more challenging? Auditioning as a little kid in front of 50 people or your first scene
Good
in the
question.
dark?
I didn't have the first part. I'm sorry.
He said, what was the hardest?
Oh, which one was more, which one was more challenging? Like auditioning as a little kid, being a childhood star, or your first scene in the dark industry?
Ooh. Honestly, I think my first scene in the adult industry, because that's a little bit more vulnerable. I mean, you're naked and you're about to have sex with somebody. I think that was a little bit more challenging to me because everything that's done in the dark, is coming to film. So for me, that was anyway.
Okay, got you. And then also, who was your favorite male performer to work with?
My favorite male performer?
Your favorite male performer?
Yeah.
Oh, oh man, that's a good question.
Loaded one. That's a loaded one. I'm
Yeah,
like Jay, you coming on here being messy.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite one because they each served its purpose at that time in each scene. And so to me, it's not so much of a favorite male performer because they each, was good to me. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have one. I did good scenes with all of them. So I don't really have one, to be honest with you.
That's a good answer. That is a great answer. That's a great answer. Right. That's a great answer. Really. Very political correct. Yes.
This is my last funny question, and this has to do with the thing that you guys did with Lexington Steel. Who really won the battle? Because I know Lexington Steel and all that. Who really won?
Are you looking at my face? You already know who won. What are you talking about? When you about to bring the South Side of Chicago out like you already know. Right, you better face out too. We both won. It was a marvelous. It was a great project. It was fun. It really was. It was fun. As the review would say, the guys won.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I guess he did. He got both of you guys respectfully. So yeah, I guess that is a win.
Right. Well, thank you, JJ. I appreciate you.
JJ.
All right,
Of
have a
course,
good
all
one.
day. I worship you all phone. You too.
All right.
Bye.
All right. All right, y'all. We taking more calls. We taking more calls. Want to take this one? All right. Hey, ask Naomi. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Hello.
Yes, we here, baby. Hello.
Hey, Naomi.
Hey. What's your name, baby?
Antonio.
Hey, Antonio. Where you calling us from, baby?
Houston, Texas.
All right, Houston.
All right, Houston.
All right, baby. You got a question for Miss Aryana?
I got a question for Naomi.
Oh, okay. All right, well, come on, Mr. Antonio. What's your question, baby?
What what a new content is?
You watching it. You watching a new content right now. Don't you like it? I look so sexy right now, don't I, baby? You like this new,
Hell
this
yeah.
some new sexy shit right here, ain't it, baby?
Oh.
It's using your imagination, ain't it, baby? You like, damn, what is that? What she got down there? I know you're looking at the screen talking about, what that look that down there?
Right.
This the new content, baby. Just look at it. But see, the good thing is that you see the new content, and then you got all that old content back that you can watch all the other stuff right now. But this is what it is now, baby. So while you looking at it, look, because it's still sexy. It's still sexy. You know how they do with that what was that music video? Well, what's the name when you try to look down at that video? Just do that like that. I appreciate for calling in though, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Antonio. All right, guys, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridget the Gap podcast. Woo! Boy, that was a good one right there, boy. And it's so funny because I get that question all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is the new content, period. Enjoy all the rest of the stuff, but this is it, and it's funny because I don't do it on purpose just to show, a certain part of my body. But when I'm like, go down, look. But I appreciate that. That was good. Thank you, Antonio. That was that was good though. That was really, really
Oh man.
That was really, really good. All right, so what we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and then we're gonna kind of we're gonna wrap it up, right?
Yep.
We're gonna wrap it up. All right, guys, it's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridget That podcast. I am here with the beautiful Aryana Starr. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Nyomi.
Hey there, it's Naomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Nyomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Naomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Naomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
Hey there, my sexy people. Are you ready for an exciting new series on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast? Well, introducing Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, where I read heartfelt letters filled with love, sex, and relationship advice every Monday. If you're facing a relationship dilemma, longing for guidance, and simply curious about others' experience, this is for you. Just shoot us an email at asknaomi@gmail.com to be a part of the conversation. Join us as we bridge the gap between curiosity and clarity, uncertainty and confidence. But get ready to explore the beautiful complexities of love and relationships. So listen to Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, and let's dive into these thought-provoking letters together. Don't miss a single episode.
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I am here with the beautiful Miss Aryana Starr.
Hey.
The Bacon Queen.
Hey. I'm so enjoying this. Y'all have no idea how much I look up to this woman.
Why,
So
thank you, baby.
Yeah.
I just glow just all over you. It is such a glow. So I'm gonna say thank you to hubby over there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's when you can tell like you're getting the good loving. And I ain't talking about sexual.
Yeah.
About the whole emotional and spiritual thing, and even when you all can laugh together.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It just take you for who you are.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best. So share with us what's next for Miss Aryana Starr.
Whew. Um Honestly, based on I've had so many people come at me about writing a book, and I really have to get into the headspace of that. One thing with dealing with the real world, we have jobs and my schedule is all over the place, but that is the end goal, to sit up here and just start that book. To be able to still, me and my best friend are also working on a podcast for the peanut butter and chocolate, but she also deals with nonprofit organizations. We're going to be dealing with each other to still help women who's been in the industry, sex working or being trafficked, and be able to help them with that. The plan is to be able to get a kind of like a sober living house together. And so we can be able to take girls of 15, 16 years old, and teach them something better than what they see, and know there's more to it than just dealing with social media, which I know that's the end thing now. But that's the end goal. And, getting the podcast and the YouTube. And I'm not even trying to be on some, it has to be famous. I think it's more of a therapy situation, to be honest, so people can actually see realism,
Yeah.
and to know that something behind what they think they see on our social media. So yeah, that's just continue to travel, that's the goal.
Yeah. Now you mentioned you went back to Urban X, so you went back into the world. How was that for you going back?
um I want to say, as far as dealing with Sheree and DeVoe, they're the ones who created it, the show. I support them fully, to be able to have them do something that's for us, by us, and, it's not just for us, but she highlighted, people that was ethnic into that. So that part I enjoyed, and she took care of me when I was there. The only thing that I think the younger generation coming up after us, they don't really know who was before them.
Mm-mm.
And so the respect is not there the way that it should be. See, when I came in, I knew the ones before me. That's you and Jada, and Sydney Capri, or dealing with Sky Black, or Roxy Reynolds. These are girls I looked up to, like, oh man, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because you opened up the door for us.
Right.
Now that's not the case. And so it's more of an entitlement of the younger generation, who don't realize that we opened up, this for them. And I think that's always going to be a fight in that. Like a lot of the Hall of Famers who was there, shout out to Miss Stacey Lane who won that, to be able to see that, and, and be accepted for that. So I think the industry itself is definitely in a different light.
Yeah.
But I will always support. I don't know, if only way I probably go back is if I did end up in Hall of Fame or something like that. But it was an experience, and I cherish that, at least.
I always wonder, like, when you were away from the industry for so long, and then you go back into it, like, how does that feel, for you? And that's what I wanted to see. What was the experience like even with the fans, even with, maybe some of even the old school people that were in there, with the time when we were in there, when you were in there. A few weeks ago, I did an interview with the iconic Miss Dominique Simone. Just even listening to, in their time, on how, the industry was looked at, to where it is, now. And even though it's grown in the fact that they're able to have more ownership on things than when before, but it was like they were more kind of like rock starish, kind
Mhm.
of more acceptable then than they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, kind of interesting to hear her story in India's story. And actually, if you haven't gotten, they got both of their books are great. Yes,
Okay.
both
Okay.
of their books are great books.
Okay.
Yeah, they both on. I think no, India's on Audible,
Mhm.
and I think Dominic said she was working on hers on Audible, but she got a hard copy in the at Barnes and Noble. But you can also get it off.
Wow.
But
Oh
they're
wow.
good.
Yeah.
They're good. And when you think about it, like especially with Dominique and even India, because it came in. Well, no, India came in after her, but she is one of the trailblazers, especially for us,
Mhm.
as chocolate women. You know,
Mhm.
and kind of can sense just let's looking at her story and kind of see how some of our stories vary. For
Yeah.
you kind of got in later, like I did at 20
Mhm.
years old. So, what did it look like when your family found out that you were now into the adult industry? What was that?
Um. Well, my mom still doesn't know. I'd rather keep it that way because at the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is be a reason why she ended up in the hospital because she sees me on a different level. And so I would never tell her that. My brothers and my cousin, all of them know, but because they know me, they can't say anything to me about it. And so my brother said he didn't almost stood up here and had to fight a couple of people who made comments, about it to him, not knowing that I was a sister. But other than that, it's nothing that they can say. You're gonna do what you want to do, and that's how they see it. So, I mean, everybody have an opinion,
Right.
but opinions are like assholes. So that's how I look at it. So hey, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you now, okay. So I'm trying to debate if I should do this.
Mhm.
If I should do this last question, because this is the question that I give everybody.
Okay.
It's the fuck unalive Mary. And I'm trying to think, can we have a little fun? So if hubby don't get mad, this is just
He ain't gonna get mad.
a
He's
hypothetical
fine.
question, because I have to do this. All right. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna do this because folks been doing my boy wrong. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do these three. We're gonna do um, Lex, Marcus, and Manuel. So either you can, because I can't say, so unalive,
Mhm.
Mary, a fuck.
Oh man. Oh, wow, I was on the spot. So who is it? It was Lex, Manuel. Who's the third one? Marcus.
Hmm.
Um, I wouldn't marry Marcus. Because he's just a beautiful soul. Every time I met him, he is a beautiful soul. Um, I would fun, have some fun with Manuel because he's fun. And it seems that to unalive somebody, but I mean, it would have to be just Lex. I've honestly done so many scenes with him. I know this sounds so bad, but I've done so many scenes with him, and it's kind of like I don't know, you kind of used to it in a way. So I guess that's a bad.
I'm gonna have to work on really getting Lex on the show because they
That's
keep doing my baby wrong. They just keep doing my like literally it's literally everyone. I'm like,
really.
what?
Dang, yeah. I don't know. We love you, Lex. We do. We love you.
Don't put my name in shit else.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. You know what, baby? But thank you. We are going to have to we ain't nothing but a few hours away from each
I
other.
know.
We really are. So we
Yeah,
have to figure out some time. We
definitely, definitely.
have to figure out some time. And I am so proud of you. I really am. And again, congratulations. Yeah, and if y'all ever here in Vegas and he got a show, let me know and I'm
Definitely. Most definitely. Yeah.
coming. Yeah. To the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell them where they can follow you. Give them all your social media pages. Let them know where your podcast is, so they can, follow you. And do you have anything else, going on? Any entrepreneur stuff? What's happening? What other stuff that's happening with Miss Aryana Starr?
That's all I got for right now as far as dealing with that. So just look forward to, because I'm in the works of talking about doing the book. I just have to get everything together. It don't always come together the way I want it to. But you can definitely follow me on Instagram. It's formally_a_fantasy. I also have on Instagram If You Don't Knock It Off, and Peanut Butter and Chocolate. So you can follow those pages as well too. YouTube is Aryana and Nam. TikTok is formerly a fantasy. And my Snapchat I still have is Aryana Starr 1. And so make sure that you just key in on that and, just keep following and tuning in. And you never know what I might come up with. Because, boy, I tell you, the closer I get this beautiful age, you be coming up with things to do. So stay tuned.
That's what I'm talking about. I am sending you off with love, light, and always prayers. And I changed my number, so I'm gonna hit you up because I had to change my number. So I hit you.
Okay.
So
I love you. Thank you for having me on here. Beautiful. I always speak highly of you to anybody. Just one of the realest people that was, for me in the industry out of anybody. And I will always cherish and respect that. So I thank you again for everything.
Thank you. Like you just glowing, and I just man, yes.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, I love you, baby. I'm gonna send you off. We're gonna talk soon, like soon, soon, soon.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
All right, guys, it's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridget Gap Podcast. I want to thank you all for just coming out and just showing her so much love. Like I said, she has an amazing story. It's a beautiful story. Just even the transition, just everything. It really is. I cannot wait till she really sit down and be able to write her story. And I know y'all like, Naomi, you keep telling folks to write their story. Have you written your story? There's assignments that I have to do first before I write, my full story. But I did just finish a book. I just finished the ebook, and I'm releasing it this Wednesday. That's coming up. And it's about the key to success, about unlocking the key to your success. So I'm giving little bits of pieces out right now because there's something, like I said, I have assignments to do first before I give it all away, before I, put my whole story down for it. But again, I want to thank all of you guys that come here every week and support. Period. Here at Ask Now Bridget, got all of my BTG crew. I thank you all. I see you all. I see my folks. I see Figure Bounty. I see Brush. I see T Brown, Charmaine, baby. I see Jeffrey. Welcome back, Jeffrey. Who's that? Madison Moss. I see Chill Out. Hey, Chill Out. You's a new baby. Brawling D. Thank you, baby. Rock Hard. Antonio. I see you, baby. Sack Hunts, that's that word. Ron C, hey, D Streets. And I'm just calling everybody out. Tony Charles, see where. And if I didn't call your name and I missed your name, please, that's my mind. It's everything going pretty fast right now. But I appreciate everybody that's watching on Facebook and on X on Twitter. I truly appreciate it. And I thank for everybody just come out to my podcast and just listen, or iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of those other things. So remember, I have Ask Naomi Mondays and Ask Naomi Letters. So if you need any love, sex, relationship, or any of that advice, We dedicated a show just specifically for that. That's on Mondays. You can email me at asknaomi@gmail.com if you have any questions, and I'm definitely getting to them now. I'm answering stuff now. It's a nice little long list. So I'm answering now, and I'm recording now as we speak, as well as make sure you tune in on Tuesday to the season of self-love. You guys know for the past year and a half, that's all I've been talking about is self-love. We can, want to become rich or become rich and all, but money would not make you happy. What would make you happy is you. And so you have to figure out who you are and how to love yourself so you can be able to appreciate all of those good things that you are working for. Because, as we out here working so hard to get such and such and such because we think that's going to make us happy, when little do we know we just battling all kinds of inside of us. Well, that is what self-love, the season of self-love is all about. And so I've committed to staying on that program with that. And that comes from my Elevate Me Self-Discovery program there. So again, I thank you all. Have a beautiful and great weekend. Next week, I see y'all next week back here again. And as I always say, be good to one another and yourselves. And always keep it sexy. It don't want to go. It just don't want.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.